Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, Jarron Ennis had a tough test versus Eyubov, a guy from Kazakhstan who most notably fought Kareem Mayfield and got a decision over him, never been stopped and had one loss. He tested Boots in a few ways tonight, man. It was a premature stoppage. I believe it was in the 4th round. And before the round, they warned Eyubov that they could stop the fight, which to me was kind of weak and robbed Jarron Ennis of some great experience going forward. But let's talk about the fight. We back, Goodfellow Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And in the first round, Ennis was on fire. Boots was going in. He dropped him twice. He came out aggressive with that young, that bunny type energy. He was hitting Eyubov with all types of stuff, and Eyubov basically was waiting on Ennis to punch himself out. He was coming in. He was catching a few of the shots, rolling, but for the most part, he was trying to get his left hook in, but he found some success in the second round with his right hand, but I'll get to that in a minute. But, you know, he was just trying to walk Boots down, and eventually it kind of worked because his chin held up. He survived after the first round. I'm happy the ref and the commission didn't stop it after the first round. Then Eyubov kind of had some success in the second round. You know, he started landing some right hands here and there. Ennis still had his young energy. But he started to land some right hands, and Ennis eventually started to slow up. You know what I'm saying? And then Eyubov started to land some shots here and there. He caught Ennis, but Ennis was rolling with a lot of the shots, so he didn't really feel the full power. But Eyubov was testing him. And one thing Eyubov should have been doing, he should have been coming behind the jab a little bit more and not just looking for one punch. But Paulie said that when he sparred him, that he was just known for throwing one shots and wasn't really a good combination puncher. But he was like, that was a top 5 puncher that he sparred before, Eyubov, and he really, really tough. But Ennis just showed the works tonight. He showed the ability to work upstairs, work downstairs. You know, he couldn't back up Eyubov because Eyubov was taking all his punches, but it was a price to pay. And Ennis was, you know, he did the smart thing. He was going upstairs, he was going downstairs, he was going downstairs, he was going upstairs. And, you know, Eyubov was trying to punch it between his combinations, and he had some success, but, you know, he just really was outclassed. But I just think it was prematurely stopped because I wanted to see, you know, what Eyubov would have did when he took him to the 5th, 6th, 7th round, or if he could have made it that far. But they prematurely stopped it. The commission warned him going into that round that they could stop it. And at the end of the day, Boots did the right thing. He kind of slowed down, though, as all fighters do when you throw as many punches as he did. But, you know what? The smart thing he did and the veteran thing he did was go to the body. And last year, we seen Anthony Yarde lose a fight to Kovalev by not going to the body and punching himself out. And Ennis, you know, being seasoned, being around his brothers, being around his father who all sparred and trained, he had the presence of mind to go to the body. All right, even when after he dropped him, he was still going to the body. Now, a lot of people don't know his brothers are the ones who gave Gennady Golovkin the nickname Triple G in the gym. You know, his brothers helped Triple G get ready for, you know, tough opposition. They dubbed him Triple G. So, at the end of the day, it was experience. But like I said before, everybody wanted to preordain him, say he would beat Keith Thurman. He'd beat, you know, Errol Spencer, this guy in third. Like I said, there's levels to this. And he got to find a step-up fight. He got to get a promoter because it's a lot of politics no matter how good you are. If you on the wrong side of the street or you ain't even on the block or you ain't in the city, you ain't going to get the fights you want no matter how good you are. So boxing is about politics, paying for mandatory slots allegedly. So he going to have to pick a team to roll with, and hopefully he picked the right team. I do know Eddie Hearn is dropping money bags throughout Philly, and he got a lot of lower level Philly fighters that we hadn't heard of, and a top guy in Tevin Farmer. So it wouldn't surprise me if he went over to the zone. But Eyubov, he was really, really good tonight, man. As far as his heart, his determination, he landed some shots. But Ennis just showed that he on another level. But also Ennis showed that, hey, it is levels to this game, and we got to see him fight a top 10 guy, a former champion, a top 10 guy, and guys of that nature before we start, you know, pretty much putting him on a pedestal and saying he the best welterweight. It's levels to this. And he going to have times where he bump his head and trip and had tough moments and rounds. That's boxing. Nobody's a finished product. What is he, 21, 22, 23 years old? So congratulations to him. I think it was a 4th round stoppage. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, query, sponsor, video request. All my information is in the description. Want to make a donation, that information in the description as well. PayPal, Cash App, same thing. Best way you can help is share the video. Congratulations to Boots. Shout out to Philly. Got much love for them out there, but we gone.